the name Jamar.
I'm not an athlete.
Hey, yo.
And I have half the brain that you do.
Welcome along to this new episode. This will be episode 7 of Make WCW Great Again, the WCW Lives scenario of Journey of Wrestling. It's been a while since I got the last episode out. I've been wanting to get this episode done for a while now, but, things get really, really busy. And, it's just hard to keep the schedule up sometimes. However, let's press on with this new episode. So, when we left off last time, we just had the Great American Bash 2001, and it was, it wasn't a great event, really. It wasn't terrible, but it could have been a lot better. We had Sting defeat Ric Flair to retain the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Booker T was in a pretty lackluster ladder match to keep the United States Championship. Jeff Jarrett in a very mediocre match against Goldberg. Air Raid retained, did they? Yeah, retained the tag championships, but they were distracted by the Hardy Boys. Ooh. And the best match on the card was not even a match. Diamond Dallas Page and Scott Steiner push-up contest, which did sound quite funny. The best match, it seems to be, two matches were even on 4 and a bit stars. Almost 4 stars. That was the Cruiserweight Championship match. Okay, Billy Kidman retained against Rey Mysterio. And the Chris Kanyon defeating Fit Finlay, Jimmy Yang, and Norman Smiley in a violent street fight. That was the 4 and a bit star match. Best match of the night. Now, of course, in the last episode, the big news was we managed to get rid of... Now, who was it we discarded? We got rid of Buff Bagwell and... I think it was, let's check the messages here. Yeah, Johnny the Bull and Buff Bagwell, and we traded them for Eddie Guerrero and Edge. Huge coup there, I think. So Edge in 2001 is on the verge of becoming a main eventer. So I think that was a really good steal. And, Eddie Guerrero, I know he was misused in WCW in the late 90s. And when did he leave? Sort of 99, 2000, because he was really upset with how he was being managed in WCW. But WCW is under new management now, and I'm going to push Eddie Guerrero when I get the chance. All right, so we have got 2 more shows to bash at the beach. Let's start booking. Okay, Monday Nitro. Now, I've also added a couple of new feuds. So along with the current feuds of new challenger Billy Kidman versus Rey Mysterio Jr. and Air Raid versus the Natural Born Thrillers, I have added these feuds. Edge is going to feud with Goldberg in a disrespect angle. So Edge is going to disrespect Goldberg. I guess they've got the same finishing move, the spear, so there's a potential angle there. And of course, Hardy Boys interfered at the Great American Bash. They're going to feud with Air Raid over who's the better wrestlers. They're both face teams at the moment. And we still got injury revenge, Jeff Jarrett versus Goldberg, but of course Jeff Jarrett is on the rack. He's out with broken ribs. And Injury Revenge, Chris Candido versus Terry Funk. Right, so let's get into it. Let's start booking our way into Bash at the Beach 2001. Why don't we start with some segments? Let's have a backstage interview with the Hardy Boys because they're going to sort of announce themselves formally on the show. So let's look for the Hardy Boys and we will book that backstage segment. Segment added, good. Jim Duggan, no way. You know what? Let's put him up against Dustin. Dustin's a solid hand, really good worker, and I think at this point he can take the loss. Upper mid-card guy, it doesn't really matter if he goes down a couple of notches. Right. And okay, so we got 4 slots left. We should maybe have another segment, really. Some promos, I think. What about a promo battle? Let's look at our feuds here. Oh, of course, we gotta get this Edge versus Goldberg feud started, don't we? Really? Is it a bit too early to have a promo battle? Well, we'll see. Let's just give it a go. Edge making his debut on WCW television, although I believe he actually started off his career in WCW, didn't he? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's right. As a jobber back in the early or mid 90s. Okay, we got 3 slots left. Time for some more matches. Now, Booker T retained the US title at the last pay-per-view. So maybe we'll give Booker T a break for now, but we'll build up this US title scene with Sean O'Haire. Yeah, and look at Sean O'Haire's charisma rating. It's really up there. So yeah, I think it's time to start really pushing him a bit more. Sean O'Haire versus Chuck? Maybe not. Versus Mike Awesome? I want someone with a little bit better charisma. Is it too early to put him up against someone like Kevin Nash? I think it could be. As much as I think Kevin Nash is extremely overrated at this point in the game, he's still really popular. Let's see. Shane Douglas, pretty. Oh no, that's got a minus 20 alignment boost. Wow. Let's try that again. Sean O'Haire versus Chris Candido. That should be a good match. Why is it coming up as minus alignment boosts? You know what? I'm just going to give it a go. I mean, that really should be a pretty good match. Right, 2 slots left. Let's have a bit of a multi-man match. Or another tag match, really. We've got a lot of tag teams now, which is nice. Should we have the champs on there? Why not? We don't have a lot of champs. We don't have any champs featuring at all on tonight's card. So let's have Air Raid in there. Go up against... we've already had Team Canada, haven't we? Skipper and Romeo, a bit of a job match. Yeah, bizarrely enough, we don't have a lot of heel tag teams right now. So it's going to have to be Skipper and Romeo versus Air Raid. And I think, according to the matchup, that should be a good alignment. So we'll see. 1 slot left. Should we have another match or a promotion package? I feel like we should have another match because our roster is getting, I won't say stacked yet, but it's getting better. So we need to feature more talent. And I think I'll save Eddie Guerrero's debut for next week. Try to build him up with a bit of a promo or some kind of backstage interview, something like that. Chris Kanyon had a really good match before, so why don't we have a multi-man match? Conan's always a good bet. Chuck Palumbo. Let's get Terry Funk back in there. Let's get the Funker back in. Okay, seeing how it was such a good match in the pay-per-view, let's have a kind of rematch of sorts. We'll book that. And Yeah, why not open with that match, then go into the Young Dragons and the Hardy Boys. Then we'll have a promo battle followed by the tag team match. Should we have the tag team match there, or our main event is going to be Dustin Rhodes versus Ric Flair? I think that looks pretty good. We'll have Sean O'Haire versus Chris Candido as the kind of the semi-main event. Let's do it. Here we go. Now, last time Chris Canyon won this match, I think we should probably try to get someone else a little bit more over. You know what? I'm just going to go with Terry Funk for now. Because he's old, and like we'll start phasing him out quite soon. So we'll put him on a bit of a run before he leaves. Right. The Young Dragons versus the Hardy Boys. Well, it's the Hardy Boys' debut match. They've got to win, really. Boring spots. Oh dear. That's disappointing. +4 for the Hardys, though. Goldberg in the ring for a promo with Edge. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is promising. Look at that. 4 stars straight away. Edge lined insult after insult at Goldberg's family. Ooh, not the family. As we know, Goldberg's a family man now. Big family man. Right, Air Raid versus Skipper and Romeo. Well, this is going to be a bit of a squash. Really? Yeah, 2.5 stars. Not great. Okay, backstage interview with the Hardys now. Hardys never been great on the mic. Ooh, yeah, and it shows. Look at that. 1.25 stars. Not great. Not great at all. Chris Candido versus Sean O'Haire. 2 solid workers here. I'm hoping for at least a 3-star match. Right, we'll have Sean go over. Hey, 3.5 stars. Look at that. Crowd interest. So that's promising. And let's go into our main event. We'll have Ric Flair beat Dustin Rhodes. 3 and a little bit stars there. Okay. Overall, not the greatest episode of Nitro, but what can you do, really? It wasn't awful, but just mediocre. And it's not really going to win us too many more viewers, I don't think. Yeah, look at that. We've gone up by 600 fans, though. We're still just over 250,000, though. Whereas WWF with Monday Night Raw is on 6.56 million. They're well ahead of anybody right now. Oh, man. It just looks like a huge mountain to climb from here. Continue. Oh, yeah. How's our recruiting of Ken Shamrock going? 1 month left. Hopefully we get him this time. I feel like we could do a lot of good stuff with Ken Shamrock. 2001, he's still young enough to go. Anyway, let's get into the go-home Monday Night Nitro for Bash at the Beach. So we're going to have to start booking some hot feuds. I'm not sure if our feuds are really hot just yet. Let's have a look at them. Well, the Goldberg versus Edge feud showed some promise with a really good promo battle last week. So why don't we have them... Maybe Edge come out and fight Goldberg, actually. I think that sounds quite good. Okay. And right, while we're in the segment section, we should try to promote Bash at the Beach. So let's have a production package, event package, try and boost Bash at the Beach a little bit more. Okay, 5 slots left. Now let's start trying to book some good matches here. Maybe have some contentious sort of interference, funny finishes here to set up some hot rivalries at Bash at the Beach. Okay, so let's go with the tag matches first. What about if we have... Now let's see. Air Raid won or retained their titles thanks to distraction from the Hardys. And I want to sort of paint this story that they're a little bit miffed with that. They don't need outside interference, right? So how about this time if I have a Hardys match versus Team Canada, and this time I'll have Air Raid interfere with them or interrupt them or something. Is that under gimmicks? I forget. No, it's not. That's okay. Oh, okay. We can choose the finish when the match happens itself. Let's book that. Okay, we should get our champ on the card. Sting. And who's Sting going to go up against? He's already been up against Ric Flair once. For the go-home show, let's have a multi-man match with Sting. Who else is a face? Booker T. Wow. Yeah, but I'm not sure we're going to have Booker T challenge for the title just yet. DDP. You know, Dusty Rhodes, we have to get him in this year. So why don't we put Dusty in here and then we'll put him in a big match at Bash at the Beach. Who else can we put into that scene? Make up the numbers, but is going to put on a good performance at the same time. Is O'Haire ready for that? I'm going to give it a go, actually. So if we have Sting versus Dusty Rhodes versus Sean O'Haire, triple threat match, you know what? Why don't we just have Sting versus Dusty for the main event with of course, hopefully Dusty putting on a good fight. But he's not going to beat Sting, obviously. Because Dusty at this point, I think the plan is to retire him very soon. And he's still really over on, according to the stats here. He's hot with charisma, right? So, still. Okay. So that'll be 2 appearances of his 3 for the year sorted. Book that. Okay, now who else? We sort of neglected last time the Cruiserweight Championship. So if we have Kidman versus, Norman Smiley always put on a good match. Really good worker. So let's have, Kidman versus Norman Smiley. And I'll have outside interference here. I might have... Ray's a face, isn't he? What about if I have a heel like Chris Candido interfere? Oh, and then for Bash at the Beach, could have a triple threat for the Cruiserweight title or something like that. Oh, that could work. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, 2 slots left. Should we have any more... I feel like we do maybe need some more promos or something. Let's see. Oh, of course, we said we're going to debut Eddie. So how about a backstage interview with Eddie Guerrero, wherever he is. Yep, he's already in the upper mid-card, as he should be. Okay, 1 slot left. Let's see, what do we got? We've got triple threat for the main event. We've got tag match, triple threat cruiserweights. Oh, sorry. No, we've got fight Goldberg versus. That's not going to be the main event. Main event is going to be, of course, the triple threat heavyweight title match. Let's have the fight go on just before that. Then the Team Canada versus Hardy Boys. Okay, this is looking good so far. So far, so good. Let's just have one more match. What about a... not a lot of singles matches so far. So, Goldberg versus... What about Goldberg versus Kanyon? Hopefully Kanyon can put on a really good one against Goldberg. As I keep saying, I like Chris Kanyon. Liked Chris Kanyon, past tense. What a shame he's no longer with us. He could have gone really far, I think. Right, we'll book that. Maybe have a bit of interference or a funny finish in that too. Okay. Maybe we could have Edge interfere with his match because he's gonna, he's in a feud with Goldberg right now. But I don't think we should open with that match. if we open with, the cruiserweight match, then go into backstage interview, then go into Kanan versus Goldberg. Yeah. All right. I think that works out. Is it a good go-home show for pay-per-view? We'll see. Okay, Norman Smiley versus Billy Kidman. Billy Kidman's going to retain, obviously. 3 stars. Hey, it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, Eddie Guerrero now. Backstage interview. Only 2 and a bit stars? That's disappointing. Disappointing. Chris Kanyon and Goldberg. Okay, I'm going to have Goldberg go over here, but hopefully Chris Kanyon can put on a good one against him. Almost 3 stars. It's okay. Oh, I forgot to put the finish in. Damn it. Oh, well. Okay, how's our event package hyping the next pay-per-view? Oh, yeah, hype's building a little bit. Team Canada Hardy Boyz. Okay, now we're going to put a finish in here, aren't we? We're going to add a finish of interference DQ. And they will have... Who are we going to have interfere? It was going to be Air Raid, wasn't it? Yeah. Air Raid, we're going to interfere. Exact a little bit of revenge on the Hardys. Okay, let's try that. Work to strengths, 3 out of 5 stars. That's all right. And because of the DQ finish, it didn't damage anybody. Okay, not a bad result. Live fight between Goldberg and Edge. And it only got 3 stars. Okay. Okay, main event time. Sean O'Haire, Dusty Rhodes, and Sting. Will Sting win that one? How did it go? Hey, not bad. 3.5 stars. Not bad at all. Overall, that episode of Nitro was a little bit better than the last one, but it's still not getting as hot as I would like. Have we gone down? Oh, it says we've gone up slightly in the fans, but only ever so slightly. It looks like Raw went down just a little bit. Well, that's some good news at least. New message about a special segment available. Ooh, that sounds exciting. Stunt dive. Oh, that sounds really good. Yeah, we'll keep that in the back pocket. Okay. Right, well, it's time to book Bash at the Beach now. And as usual, we'll go top down and we'll try to book our main event first. So let's go with our champ Sting. He's going to go up against Dusty Rhodes. And it's a one-off type of deal. We'll book that. Should I have Ric Flair coming in and interfere with that? Old Slick Rick? That's not a bad idea, you know. What if Ric Flair interfered with the finish of the main event here, and then you could have all 3 of them, Rick, Dusty, and Sting in the next pay-per-view, and that would be Dusty Rhodes' final appearance done. There you go. It books itself. Sort of. I hope. Anyway. Okay. Right. US title. We've got Booker T. He's got to defend. Now, we've been sort of building up Sean O'Haire quite a bit recently. There he is there. Let's do it. Let's get Sean O'Haire into a title shot already for the US title. Okay. We'll go into a tag team matches at the moment. Should we be having the Hardys challenge already? Let's see. Who else we got in tag teams who are a realistic challenger? We've got a lot of teams, but not a lot of them are really realistic, I would say. What if we just had a tag 3-way? Could do that, I think. And then later on, hopefully if this builds the Hardys up a little bit, we have them challenged for the title very soon. Let's do that. Team Canada versus Air Raid versus the Hardys. Let's... No other... No. Okay. That sounds pretty good. All right. And our Cruiserweight title match. Now, I said last time we were going to have Kidman versus... We were going to do a bit of a 3-way, and I've forgotten already. Yeah, Kidman, Ray, Chris Candido, triple threat match for the title. Should I have Ray? You know what? I think I might have Ray get the title in this one. How long's this feud been going on for now? I forget, but it could. We haven't had a title change for a while, so I think it's due. We're due for a title shot. Sorry, we're due for a title change, I should say. Now we should get Eddie in on the card. Who can Eddie Guerrero go up against? Terry Funk? Oh, yeah, Eddie's a heel right now, isn't he? Geez, Eddie, I do like the sound of Eddie Guerrero versus Terry Funk, to be honest. Because actually, everybody else in the upper mid-card is a bit... Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That does look like the best fit for now. We all know that more often than not, Terry Funk puts on a good one, so let's see how that goes. Eddie Guerrero's debut in the new WCW, that is. Now, speaking of new guys... Edge hasn't had a match yet. And they've had fights, they've had promo battles already. So let's have the first of a few matches, a series of matches between Goldberg and Edge. It's funny how Edge is in lower mid-card straight away. He's come from WWE where he was, up mid-card at least. Verging into... main event status, and he's been put into the lower mid card here. Let's try and correct that with their first feud match. We got 5 slots left. We don't have any segments, so let's just start off with and how about slander competitor? Let's have Edge slander Goldberg. Okay. Oh, no, you can't put more than one participant in this. So we have to select individually, don't we? There it is. Okay. And just one more segment, I think. Let's make this we've already had the push-up contest. And it went quite well. Spirited promo. Who's going to do the face promo? What about... we get Dusty on before the main event. Earlier on in the card, try to hopefully build that up a bit. And Dusty is always great on the mic, wasn't he? Now, that just reminded me, last episode we had that crazy push-up contest that went really well between DDP and Scott Steiner. So why don't we have those two go up against each other? Yeah, so let's book that. Scott Steiner versus DDP. DDP, Scott Steiner. Should we have a gimmick? Let's just have a look. What's in our box of tricks here? Pole match. Nah. Steel cage, street fight. Are they up to a street fight? I don't know. They're certainly not really submission. Well, DDP wasn't a submission style guy. You know what? Let's spice it up a little. Let's try out a street fight between these two. Right, so we got one slot left. This is looking like a pretty stacked card, isn't it, really? Let's see. What about another tag match where we have some of our lower card guys this time? Well, here we go. Young Dragons. I do want to get these guys on the up, improve them a bit. Versus America's Most Wanted. There we go. We can open the card with that, I think. Okay. Let's just order this correctly. Young Dragons versus America's Most Wanted. That will open. Then we will have Edge come out slander. Then we should have... After that, let's have the tag team title match, followed by a main event package, followed by Terry Funk versus Eddie Guerrero, and then we'll do Dusty's spirited promo. We'll follow it up with Edge versus Goldberg, No, wait. Let's just flip that around a bit. Cruiserweight title next. Edge versus Goldberg. US title. Then the main event. Let's see how that goes. I think that looks pretty good. But we'll see. Bash at the Beach Time 2001. A mostly packed audience. Fan interest is on par. Okay, well, let's see how it all works out. Young Dragons versus American Most Wanted. Let's see if the Young Dragons... Okay, wow, they got a lot of popularity boost out of that, though. Only a 3-star match, but they did well out of it. Edge is coming out to slander. Oh, look at that. 4 and a bit stars. Nice job. Nice job. Scott Steiner versus DDP. Now, last pay-per-view, they had the stupid push-up event, and it worked really well. Let's see how this goes. Who's going to go over? Let's put DDP over. Bad conditioning. Bad conditioning in a Scott Steiner match? Say it ain't so. However, 3.5 stars, so that actually wasn't too bad. DDP did really well out of that. Well done. Okay, now this is where we want to get... Oh, no, we're not going to have any more interference with these guys. These 3 guys are going to battle it out. And for now, Air Raid are going to retain. Hey, look at that. It was almost a full 4-star match. Okay. Our main event package. It's looking good. 4 stars. Hey, so far, this is turning out to be an okay show. Terry Funk versus Eddie Guerrero. Now, hopefully this is a bit of a ding-dong with Eddie going over. Yeah, almost 4 stars. It's pretty good. I was hoping it might do just a little bit better. Dusty Rhodes hopefully does one of his classic promos. Well, almost 4 stars. Cruiserweight time. Now, let's have a title change. Let's have Ray finally get the title. And it's near 4-star match. This is a pretty consistent show so far. A consistently decent show, I should say. Edge versus Goldberg. Let's see how this goes. We'll have, let's see, Goldberg win for now. 3 stars. Okay. Sean O'Haire versus Booker T. We'll have Booker T retain. Hopefully Sean gets a good match here, though. Yeah, look, again, it's nearly 4 stars. It's damaged his reputation just a little bit, though, so we might have him win the next match he's in. Here we go, main event time. Dusty versus Sting. Okay, now, I said I was going to, before I forget, add a finish. And we'll have a distraction. Interference DQ countouts. Yeah, let's have Ric Flair get involved, and he's gonna mess this up, and he's gonna piss off both of them for interfering. Well, it wasn't that great. Okay, maybe the interference did damage it a little bit, but I wanted to get Ric Flair involved in the main event scene somehow here. Overall, though, I think that wasn't such a bad pay-per-view. I think it was better than the last one. Let's see what the Wrestling Spectator said. Nick Burke goes to WWF. Okay. Vince Russo in talks with WWF. Really? They're going to have him back? Jeez, good luck. Good luck, WWF. Fully loaded classic match. Goldberg gets over. Okay. That's good. Lance Storm out of action. Oh, no. Current diagnosis expected to be out for 3 months. Okay, that was that deal we did before. That's old news. Okay, well, by the way, what was our overall rating for Bash at the Beach? It was a solid 3 3/4 star match, almost 4 stars. That's pretty decent. You know, I think we're on the up. Although, look at our ratings, though. We did worse than ECW. Wow, that's a first. That's slightly concerning. Right, well, let's check our messages after all that. I managed to successfully recruit Ken Shamrock, and he's now available to sign in the Indies. Okay. Got some good news. Jeff Jarrett return timeline. Okay, he's going to be back a little bit sooner. King Kong Bundy available on the Indies. Isn't he like 70 at this stage? Last appearance. Yep, Dusty Rhodes injury. Yeah, and we know about Lance Storm, which is unfortunate. Okay, so we'll end it there. So next episode, we will go into booking shows to Road Wild. Just before I leave, thanks for the views and the comments that people have been leaving. It's really great to get some good feedback on how I'm booking these shows, and also some good tips on how to play the game in general. So thanks for those, and I do appreciate them, and I look forward to seeing some more of them very soon. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.